Trading was hard until I discovered this one simple thing. So today I made $7,407. The trade I took is on the left, you can see, and my profit for my broker screenshot is on the right. Trading was literally impossible for me. I didn't know what to do. I was struggling. I was trying all these different strategies. I was fucking trading crypto, forex, all this weird stuff. I just made no money. It was inconsistent. Until I finally discovered this. And I'm gonna tell you what it is, how you can do it too, so you can make this amount of money every single day like I do as well. So let's begin with this. So how? What do we do? You might be thinking, okay, that sounds great, but how? What you need to look for is a consistent system that works a lot of the time and makes a lot of money when it works. The problem with trading stuff like crypto and forex and all this garbage is that if you trade crypto, for example, you need to wait for a bull market. It's very difficult to make money from Bitcoin, Ethereum, any of these currencies if you're in a bear market. It's extremely difficult because you aren't controlling anything. The control is completely out of you. You have to wait for something crazy to happen in the world, for Bitcoin to go up 50%, and then you make money. It's very difficult to just sit there when the market is going sideways and make a shit ton of money. It's difficult. So that's the first thing you need. You need something which is consistent and which is in your control. That's the most important thing. This is why I stopped trading forex. This is why I stopped trading crypto, future, like everything. I stopped trading this because it just wasn't in my control. If the US Fed decides tomorrow to raise interest rates or decrease interest rates, it's gonna have a pretty big fucking effect on forex. That's completely out of my control. I can't do anything about it. So if I'm long and overnight my position gets fucked like this, it doesn't make any sense. What you need is a consistent thing where you actually have control. That's the most important thing. You need to have control over it. That's the first thing. Second thing is you need to have it work a lot of the time. If it only works once a month, once a year, what's the point? I have a couple of friends who make maybe 2 trades a week, 1 trade a week, but they still make lots of money per month because that's the way the strategy works, right? They trade once a week, but it's a lot of money. You want to try and maximize the amount of times you trade and maximize the amount of money you make every time you trade. That's the whole idea. So that's the type of strategy you want to kind of look for. That's the main reason I went to stocks, because the thing about stocks is a lot of it is in your control. A lot of it happens every single day, and it's kind of it repeats. You begin to notice these patterns, and then you can take advantage of these patterns. With forex, crypto, so much of it is out of your control. It's genuinely hopeless sometimes to make some money. Stocks is the other way around. A lot of it is in your control, so it's always good to kind of think about that. That's literally it. That's what you have to remember, right? You need a consistent system. So let's look at it. As a quick heads up, I have my free trading bundle, link in the description. It has a free course, ebooks, it has tracker, it has so much stuff. It's completely free. Click the first thing in the description to check it out. It's really fucking good. So the first thing to do is you need to identify. So now we're looking at the system. How does the system work? What do we need to do? What are the steps? The first step of the system is to identify. You need to identify which stock to trade. Now there's 10,000 different stocks. There's a crazy amount of stocks. Which one do you choose? There's so many different things you can try. You can look at all these like sector ETFs and figure it out. You can look at these Yahoo Finance news articles. It's best stock trades for the month of October. It's hopeless. The best thing to do, and this is what I found, is to trade gappers, because I can guarantee you every single day there's going to be a gapper. Something happens overnight. There's news. Somebody said something. There's a stock that goes up because of that. Gappers are really good. So you need to trade gappers. That's the first thing. Now in terms of like what screener to use, there's multiple different screeners. I personally use TradingView, like the built-in screener. It works so well. You can just click on a stock and it pops up above it. It's really good. But you can choose something else. You can go on YouTube. You can search up a live screener. You can go to Finviz. There's many different options. But honestly, just get the TradingView one. It's just super convenient. So that's the first step. Identify, right? Only trade gappers, because every day there's a gapper. So like I said, we've ticked off consistency. They're extremely volatile and everyone's watching them. So you're going to make a lot of money when it happens. So that's the first step. Identify. We've ticked that off. Now, if you're in the Draco room, I post my exact watch lists daily. So whenever I'm trading, I post my watch list, all the stocks that I'm going to be looking at in the community to all the members. So today, like I said, I posted, there were 2 stocks on my watch list, EVOK and HCTI. HCTI was the one I traded. And you can see over here, two people made money, like $771, $340. Like if you're in there, you know what I mean. So I post all my watch lists in my community in the Draco room. So the next step is to enter. Now this, I would honestly argue, is maybe one of the most important steps, because if you fuck up the entry and you enter really high, or you enter in a very weird position, you're not going to make that much money. Sometimes I enter on a stock that isn't even that good and it just kind of goes down, but because I've entered at such a good price, I still make 5, 10, 15% really quick. So entering is very important. Now I always like to wait, you guys know this, 5%, roughly, sometimes more, sometimes less. But I like to wait around 5% for the stock to draw down and then I enter. So you can see over here, I waited when the market opened for the stock to draw down roughly 5%. When I draw down 5%, I enter like this, and this is the exact time I entered. And you can see how it's a bit of a weak open, but you guys know I like weak opens, because weak opens means that there's a bunch of profit taking, there's a bunch of shorts getting in, and because there's so many shorts getting in, even if there's a tiny bit of buying pressure, it's instantly going to squeeze and it's going to go up, which is one of the main reasons I like weak market opens. If the market opens and it instantly just continues going up, I mean, I'd rather just not trade that at all than trade that. So that's the entry. Now 5% drawdown, again, you can use pre-market support levels and you have to watch for pivot points. So you can see over here, the reason I entered also over here is you can see this is kind of like a support zone from this pre-market activity. So sometimes you have to kind of layer different things in, right? If this was all the way up here, you know, it's a bit more tricky, but because it's all the way down here, I can easily tell this is a support zone. So I'm going to enter roughly around here as well. So you can use this sometimes. Like some days it's not as obvious. Today was kind of obvious that this is the support zone. Some days it's really not that obvious. So you have to kind of use your, you know, skills and just kind of see, okay, where do I think this is going to draw down? But you need to enter at a good price. This is very important. If you enter at a fucked up price, you're going to lose a bunch of money. Entering at a low price over here ensures that, you know, you have a lot of upside, but also you have a less downside potential. If I entered all the way up here, right now I would be drawing down like 10, 15, 20%. I would instantly sell. And then I would have missed the whole move upwards. But because I entered in such a good position, like I have so much upward like momentum. So entering is extremely important. And there's so many days, bro, where I choose the wrong stock, like a stock which isn't even that good. But because I get in at such a good price, I make 15, 20, 25, 10%. So you can even make money with crappy stocks if you enter at a good price. This is what I'm telling you. Now we're layering things together, right? We've identified ones with potential and volatility, and then we're entering at a very good price. So entering, like master your entries, is very important. You can call this dip trading, you can call this whatever you want, but that's how I take my entries personally. So the next thing is to take profit. The way I take profit is it's not very intuitive. Today, the reason I took profit was because it halted. So it halted twice, actually, I think. It halted here, I think, once, and then another time here. And then it halted multiple more times after this. But I don't really like to stay in halts, because in my experience, it can go sideways really quickly. So I just like to just get out as soon as it resumes trading. So over here, it halted up. And I told the people in the Draco room, I told them all to just also sell, because I didn't want to risk it, right? We're already up 30, 40%, you might as well just sell. So anyway, I sold roughly at this time, at this exact price, whatever. And made 38% from it, which is a pretty fucking good trade. So from that, I made 7,407, you can do all the calculations, and boom, I'm done for the day. That's it, finished. And you repeat this every single day. That's the key. You repeat this every single day, because you can have one good trade a week, you can have one trade a month, but you're not really going to get anywhere unless you're consistent. You need to be doing this every single day so that those wins start adding up. Right? If you can start scaling to like 20k weeks, 30k weeks, you're fucking golden. But that was literally it. Now some days the take profit is not as obvious. Like today there was a halt, some days there's no halt. So what do you do then? Well, I have multiple different ways, right? One thing could be the pre-market high, which is over here. So as soon as it hits it, I might just sell it, right? Instantly just sell it. Another thing could be massive resistance zones. So maybe this could be a big resistance, so I would just sell it there. And sometimes, bro, I just kind of sell when I'm up like a lot. So if I'm up 50% or like I'm up 100%, I would just sell. Because I don't want to look back at the day and be like, damn it, I was up 100%, but I got too greedy and I only ended up making like 20%. Like I'd rather just lock in profits. So some days If I'm up 50%, I would just sell. Some days, if I'm up 100%, I would just sell. It's very nuanced and it depends on the specific stock in that specific day. But that's kind of the way I take profit. There's multiple different ways. There's some people scalp this in my community. Some people just scalp, so they don't care about 50% gainers. They just care about 5-10%, whatever. They're in with like $1,000. They make 10%. They get out. They made $100. They're happy for the day. So it depends on what type of trader you are, but taking profit can vary. But remember, I put take profit for a reason, because that is a step. You need to take profit. Do not get too greedy. Don't sit there and be like, okay, I'm up $2,000. I've doubled my money. I'm up $10,000. I've doubled my money. Let's see where this can go. Like, no, bro, just take profits. Take profits. It's far better to have consistent winners, consistent profit again and again and again, day after day, than it is to have one massive trade and then always aim for consistency. So take profit. Remember to take profit. Don't get too greedy. Now, if you're serious, if you actually care about this, click the second link in the description to join my community, the Draco Room. You can see people are winning here all the fucking time. It's like, it's really good. I get my watch list there. I do trade reviews. If you're interested, click the second link in the description. You can join, and then I can put your screenshot here as well. So there we go. Now lastly, don't forget, if you want to watch a video on how I made $2,877 in 7 minutes, click the video that just popped up. Just a quick reminder, get the free trading bundle, first link in the description. And if you want to join the community, if you're serious, click the second link in the description, and I'll see you guys inside. Subscribe, like, all the good stuff. See you guys in the next video. Goodbye.